So this is a book for people who are working in corporations, but also for people who are working by themselves, but really
Yes.
want to expand out or know that, it's time to hire people and that you can't do it all yourself. And it's the same with people in things. So this book is not just for the corporate world. This book is for people generally in business. Is that right?
Yes, absolutely. It's for everyone who's in business because everything comes back to your own personal responsibility and then your influence and how you use it in the world. Everyone is a leader. You see, some people will listen to this video and say, well, I'm not a leader. I'm not in a leadership, position. But here's the truth. If you inspire, teach, or encourage people to be, do, or have more than they have, then you're a teacher, you're a leader, okay? So that pretty much covers everybody. People who are afraid to walk into their leadership are afraid to own that power. And the reality is we are the people who have to make the change. We have to realize how we affect other people. So we have to check our own behavior first so that we're influencing others in an appropriate manner rather than discouraging them and tearing them down.
That is so true. But for some people, that embracing the change within yourself and learning to love yourself, people don't want to go there. Have you encountered people like that, but when you've worked with them, you've seen change?
Absolutely. I think what people gain when they read the book or when we're working one-on-one is to really see how everything you need to know and learn and change or shift, okay, because change is it's a very confronting word for people, is right in front of you. One of the things I teach is about the law of reflection. If you're having a problem in a work environment, okay, and it could be at home with your spouse. It works both in your business life and in your personal life, okay? But if you're having a challenge with somebody, you've got to look at why. And I'll give you an example. I'll actually tell on myself. I used to work with this man who I thought was very talented. I hired him, and I hired him actually to replace me. He's a brilliant, talented gentleman. He stood in my office one day and started yelling at me and saying, "Don't you care we're all miserable? Don't you care we're all upset? Don't you care we're not happy? It's your job to make us happy." And I looked at him and I said to him, "No, my job is actually to give you all the tools and the opportunities for you to succeed that I possibly can. That is my job as your manager, and to provide leadership, and which is vision, okay? Vision and the ability to walk into that vision. What you do with that is up to you. That's not my responsibility." So he walked away. He was not happy hearing this. And I sat in my office and I thought, he's really annoying me. This is really bothering me. Now, when somebody really annoys you and bothers you, it's a signal that something has to change within you. So I sat and I thought about it, and I'm like, why is this bothering me so much? This is the law of reflection in operation. It was a situation that said to me, "You know what, Maria, you're having a really hard time dealing with the fact that you can't get any more staff and it's hard to do the job right now. You're not looking for positive solutions. You're not even trying to find creative solutions. You're just complaining about it to your boss. So you're doing what he just did to you, to her." And it made me stop and say, I have to change a behavior in myself and not be so selfish and not be so narcissistic. And I have to use other tools, which is your creativity, innovation, ingenuity, and sometimes it's just whatever gift and talent you have inside of yourself to move forward. And so we did. We eventually did. But the cues are always there, Susie. What has to be shifted, what needs to be refined, and it's right there. But until somebody shows another person the markers, they don't know what to do with it. They just are resistant and annoyed, and they don't realize what they're doing is showing what it is that bothers them about themselves and their own behavior.
That's wonderful. I think that is just such a wonderful example. And we all have stories like that where we actually have to take the time to step back and have that inner conversation before we can sometimes move forward and change within ourselves. So I think that is a wonderful story to have shared, and I'm sure that there are a lot of people listening will think, that's something that I can do.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, everything in the book goes back to a spiritual principle, a universal law, but I'm telling you, I'm drawing from 23 years of corporate experience of working all over the world with real practical examples and real exchanges and real situations and how they apply and how to use them in your work life, no matter where you are.
Well, Maria, I think that's wonderful, and I can see, I'm really looking forward to reading the book when it comes out, and I can see how it's going to help a lot of people. So what everybody needs to do is, Maria's going to be doing some virtual book tours around the internet in September. So Maria, I see, and the book is actually being released on October the 12th on Amazon. So people will be able to purchase it from there.
Yeah, the book is being released October 12th, but we encourage everybody to go to the website now because there's a big telesummit that happens the first week of October that is completely free to everyone who signs up, that has 9 guest experts in business and transformation. And it is people like Greg Reed, who is the author of 3 Feet from Gold, the follow-up to the Napoleon Hill Think and Grow Rich. We've got Rich Gallagher, who wrote How to Talk to a Porcupine, so it's about business communication, and Chuck Vollmer, who wrote Jobonomics, as well as many others, who's really revolutionizing and challenging businesses to create new jobs. It's going to be amazing.
Oh, that's wonderful. And people can see that the link is underneath the video that will take you there to Maria's book site where you'll be able to sign up for that. So I found today talking with Maria quite fascinating, and I hope you have too. And I'd like to thank you very much, Maria, for doing this interview today. And I wish you all the best with your book.
Thank you, Susie. I really enjoyed it. Much love to everyone down under, my second home.
Thanks. And that's been Susie Chill today talking with Maria Gamm.